Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Math 30-1, Chapter 4, Combining Functions Algebraically, Part 2. Now, we just talked about restrictions that continue. So let's look at number 3. Graph the quotient of the functions m of x equals f of x divided by g of x. And note here that can be written in the form f over g of x. Right? Now, remember that's a division. Go back to chapter 1. Anytime we have division, we have vertical asymptotes. And holes. Okay, so think back to chapter 1. Oh! And in chapter 2. Oh, poopy head. We also can have horizontal or oblique asymptotes. Alright, so remember that. Now, I will point out that I'm not giving you the equation here. So, yeah, we really do have to do a table of values here. Well, we don't have to, but it's probably a good idea. So, x f of x. Okay. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Absolute value, so this is f of x is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, g of x is here. This parabola, or inverted parabola. Now, estimating the numbers is difficult. Now, minus 4 I can't do. But I can go minus 3 looks to be about minus 6. Minus 2 looks to be minus 1. Minus 1 looks to be 2. 0 looks to be 3. 1 looks to be 2. Minus 1. Minus 6. And large. I'm just going to call it large. Now, m of x, we divide them. So what's 4 divided by a huge, large number? Well, it's going to be small. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it at that for the moment. Now, 3 divided by minus 6 is minus 1/2. So when x is minus 3, that's minus 1/2. 2 divided by minus 1 is minus 2. 0 divided by 3. Oh, sorry. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. 0 divided by 3 is 0. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. Let me smell. Oh, dear. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Minus 1/2 is minus down below. Oh, you poopy, stop that, stop that. I mean, it's embarrassing enough when I do this in the video. Minus 1/2, minus 2. Okay. Then minus 1 is 1/2. 0, 1/2. 2 divided by 1 is minus 2, minus 1/2. And down to minus 2 again. Minus 1/2. And then 4 divided, oh, that's a large negative number, so it's going to be a small negative number. So it's going to be negative small. Now, I'm going, what the heck? Well, one thing I missed, or I didn't completely count, is what happens when g of x is 0. Because you see right here, and right here, my g of x is 0, which means, what's 1 divided by 0? Does not exist. So I have asymptotes here. If that's the case, then I'm going, oh, I bet my graph is going like that. I apologize. So, I get something like that. Okay. So that blue is m of x. So the asymptotes, yes. So that's roughly what it looks like. Sneaky, and for that you really do need a table of values. So let's look at the domains. Y equals f of x, y equals g of x. Well, f of x, x is all real. G of x is all real. M of x is all real, except we have a denominator here, g of x. G of x cannot equal 0. So g of x cannot equal 0, because if it equals 0, we cannot have a denominator of 0, so it doesn't work. So this is a little difficult. I'm going to say x cannot equal plus or minus 1.9. That, from my graph, that's roughly where it crosses. Okay? So it's not a restriction. Well, it's not a restriction that carries on, but there is a restriction in one of the functions. G of x can't equal 0. All right? Now, let's try moving on. See if you guys got this. Use the graphs of f of x and g of x below to sketch the graph of each function below, then identify its domain. Now, I'm going to set this up. We'll start it. I want you to do it, and then we'll come back and compare answers, okay? So, setting this first one up. Poop. So, graph the combined function or sketch the graph, then identify the domain. So, n of x. So, setting this up. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Then we have f of x here. And we have g of x. And then we have n of x when they're added together. So, setting this up, 5, 0, 2 is 5, 3 is, I don't know. Now I'm going to stop there because honestly I don't know what the next one is because it's not on the graph. Now, g of x is straightforward. I'm going to pause the recording. I want you to fill in the table, tell me what n of x is, and draw it for me. All right? So pause the recording. We'll come back and compare results. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's my data table. Now, once again, f of x continues, but I don't know what the values are when x is 3 and x is 4, because it's too big. But I do have enough points here to go, oh yeah, something like this. Now, this will continue up like that. It's a crude drawing, but that's what I'm looking for. Now, the domain, I think, is x is all real, because we have some sort of parabola here. Okay? Okay with that? Good. Now, we're going to do the exact same thing for B, C, and D. But we're running out of time, or this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to do that on the next video. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, good luck.